So I want to show you guys how to compare numbers, compare decimals to help you decide which one is larger and which one is smaller, okay? So Mr. Eberhard, I want you to pay close attention. So I've got some numbers right here, and you can see what they are. It's 4.069, 4.058, 4.017. And the easiest way to figure out which one is the largest is to line them up vertically. What I mean by line them up vertically, I mean just move them so one is on top of the other. So I'm going to cut this, I'm going to move it over, I'm going to put it right there, and then I'm going to cut this one too and do the same thing. I'm going to move it over and get these lined up. So now they're all lined up. I'm not adding them, I'm not subtracting them, I'm comparing them. So watch what I do here. I'm going to look at the numbers until I see a difference. So I'm going to look at the 4s first. Well, all the 4s are the same, so I'm not worried about those. I'm just going to ignore those. All the 0s are the same. I'm not going to worry about those. Oh, now I see some differences. In fact, not only do I see some differences, all 3 numbers are different. I see a 6, I see a 5, and I see a 1. So here's my question. Between the 6 and the 5 and the 1, which one is the largest? What number is the largest? 6. 6 is the largest number. The 4s were all the same, the 0s were all the same, and now I have a number that's larger than the other ones. And so that tells me that 4.069 is the largest out of those numbers. Now, I want all of you to write down the 3 that I have below. It's 10.037, 10.049, and 10.044. And I want you to line them up vertically, just like I showed you. Wait patiently. Okay. Now, they're all lined up. All the 1s are the same. You can just cross those out. All the 0s are the same. Mr. Williams, you might want to be participating here. It's okay, you can do it during the break. The 0s are all the same. Now I see a difference. Which 2 are the largest? Yeah, the 4s. So I'm just going to cross out the 3 and not going to worry about it. In fact, I'm just going to cross this sort of all the way out. I'm done dealing with that number. It's out of the running. It's not going to be the largest no matter what. So now I'm just looking at the 2 4s. Well, so I'm not going to worry about the 2 4s. I'll just cross those out. Now I'm looking at the last 2 digits of the bottom 2 numbers. There's a 9 and a 4. Which is larger, a 9, a 9? So what do we have here? We have, so 10.049 is the largest out of all 3 of those numbers. Okay? Now, there's 4 numbers. I want you guys to line those up and write them down and figure out which is the largest. Is your hand broke?
Talking to you, yeah.
I'll see you. All right. So let me pull a stick here. Miss Maldonado, let's take a look at these. What's the first number group of numbers you might just scratch out? Yeah, the twos. They're all the same. We're not worried about those. Okay. And let's see here. Mr. Lee De La Rosa. What's the next set of numbers you might scratch out? Or however how would you handle this one? Yeah, so what I could do is I'll just cross this one out because I know that one is less than the twos, and boy, lots of phone calls this morning. Mr. Glazer? Yeah, hang on. That one's for you. Okay, so that leaves us with these three right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and scratch out the twos because they're all the same. Now we have three that are left, and I noticed that one of them is larger than the others. What's the largest numbers between the 8 and the 1 and the 9? The 9, obviously. So the largest number is 2.297. Okay? You guys see how that works? It's pretty easy. So I should be able to give you a group of numbers, and you could tell me which one is the largest. You know, if they have 3 or even 4 decimal places. Let me move this up. I'm going to show you guys one more thing. And this should be familiar to many of you. Okay. So this is the symbol that means greater than. And then they give you an example. 10 is greater than 3. And then the symbol below that means less than. And they give you an example. 2 is less than 6. And you've probably had teachers in the past that talked about looking at the symbol like an alligator mouth. And so the alligator always eats the larger number. So in this case, all right, the alligator is going to eat the 8. It's larger, so the mouth is opened up toward the 8. In this one over here, you can see 10 is the larger number. So the mouth is open up toward the 10. The alligator always wants to eat the larger number. So in 1-5 here that we're going to be going over more in just a few minutes, they'll give you numbers that have, that have decimals, maybe to the tenths place, the hundredths place, the thousandths place, maybe even the 10,000ths place. And you'll, at times you may have to draw the greater than or less than symbol. So first determine which one is the largest, and then you'll know which way the symbol should go. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to give you guys some practice. I'm going to add a page here, and I'm going to write down some decimal numbers, and I want you guys to tell me, and you'll do this on your scratch paper, which one is the largest. All right? So I'm just going to start writing several down, and you guys do these, and then we have break here in just a few minutes. And at the beginning of the next video, I'll actually show you the correct answers. We can go over those. So here we go. Okay, I'll end the video here. I want to know out of each of those sets of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which one is the largest?